Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another double movie review, aka After I Saw. I know I should probably be talking about Death on the Nile, but the fact is, my mom wanted to see it, and we tried seeing it the night I'm making this video, but our showing was sold out for some reason, and we wanted to go to this like special theater that only people 21 and over can go to, but we couldn't. So that's why we're going to purchase our tickets online and try again next time. So there was another movie that she just took me to instead. She just dropped me off at the theater, and I saw, well, first movie I'm talking about is Marry Me. Now, Marry Me stars Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson, and is based off a graphic novel that I never heard of. All that I know is that this trailer played a lot when I saw certain movies, and Jennifer Lopez plays like this famous pop singer, and she has a very popular song called "Marry Me," and her boyfriend Bastion are supposed to play it on stage because it's supposed to be part of their wedding. But she finds out immediately that on social media somebody posted that Bastion cheated on her just as she was about to perform. So instead of just dealing with the fact that someone cheated on her, she then proceeds to randomly marry some guy in the audience, played by Owen Wilson. And throughout the film, instead of just moving on, she decides to just stay married to him throughout a lot of the movie. For apparently, it's supposed to be like temporarily or whatever. I don't really know why they decided to just keep it a thing, but whatever. Now, the plot is kind of ridiculous. I mean, the fact that she marries a random guy in the audience and she has no idea who he is. She's not aware if he could already be married or something like that. Luckily, he wasn't. He was divorced. He has a daughter, but he's divorced. So, yeah, that was perfect. But, it is pretty ridiculous, okay? But, to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest. This movie actually wasn't bad. I had some enjoyment. Easily what saved the movie for me was Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson. Their chemistry started off a little bit slow because they didn't know each other, but once they start getting to know each other more, then the relationship starts building a lot more, and the movie definitely starts getting its charm, okay? Their chemistry together is great, and the romance they have together when it starts building up, I thought was very sweet. I really enjoyed it. I really dug it. And they had a lot better chemistry in this than Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were in Geely. Does anybody remember that film? Because Bennifer was a really big thing back then, despite the fact that Jennifer and Owen Wilson aren't really a thing right now. Their chemistry together here worked a lot better than Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez and Geely, which they already were a couple in real life. But also the music too. The songs that Jennifer sings was also very good too. Two songs in particular, the main song and one that happens close to the end of the film. It was seen at the end of the trailer too. And the costume design, it's a very nice looking movie. So there's a lot of things that I can say make the movie worthwhile. But yeah, like I said before, the plot is silly, and there is something that happens near the end of the film, which I'm not going to spoil. I really shouldn't, but it's when Owen Wilson does something that kind of ruins their relationship a little bit out of nowhere. And but if I go further more, I'm going to spoil. But it's hard to explain. You're just gonna have to watch it for yourself. But like I said, it is more of a chick flick. I feel like this is definitely more of a movie for couples than it is to just watch alone. I'm single, but I watched the movie alone and I had a good time with it. Overall, Marry Me is pretty silly. I mean, the fact that like I said before, Jennifer Lopez marrying a random guy, but their chemistry together is really what saved it. They're good in the movie. I also like Sarah Silverman. She has kind of a comedic performance. She was pretty good as well. Okay, easily there was a lot of things that saved the movie for me, but I'm not sure if it's faithful enough to the graphic novel since I never read it. Obviously, I never even heard about it. But hey, I could say this is a pretty good watch. Not rewatchable, but it's good enough, especially for the upcoming Valentine's Day weekend coming up. I mean, it is Valentine's Day weekend, so yeah, this is a good romance movie to watch during Valentine's Day. All right, now I'm going to talk about Blacklight, a movie that I had no idea was coming out. All I know was Death on the Nile and Marry Me were coming out. I had no idea about this one, but I decided to see it anyway. So Blacklight stars Liam Neeson in this action thriller where he's trying to protect his granddaughter, even though her granddaughter really isn't in danger. I don't even know how to describe the plot because I couldn't remember anything that was going on in this movie. You want to know why? Because the movie, it was boring. Like, the movie just bored me so much. Like, and Liam Neeson is known for his crazy action shenanigans and stuff. Like, Taken was very entertaining. The sequels, though, were mostly the same, just with more stupid stuff and logic that make no sense whatsoever. Right here, that's all of that in this movie, okay? But with all the fun taken right out of it. No pun intended. I don't really know how to make this out because honestly, is anybody really gonna see this movie? I saw it, and let me just start by saying the editing just it was I can't even describe how bad the editing was. It's there were times where the movie is in like that slant, that kind of like yeah, kind of like that, like we saw in like Battlefield Earth or Thor. Even though I definitely enjoyed Thor a lot more, but oh my god, that rhymed. But really, though, Liam Neeson is mostly the only thing that this movie's going for, but not even he could save this movie. Like, the characters, you're not going to care about any single one. I certainly did it. And there was like this one character that's supposed to be like sort of this big part, but he gets killed early on. Like, he gets shot in the heart, and there's like no blood whatsoever because it's PG-13. Yeah, I'm spoiling it, but you know what? Is anybody really gonna care? And there's supposed to be like this funeral scene with him, and it tries to be sad, but really I didn't shed a tear because really the characters, they were just so one dimensional. Their acting couldn't save it in the slightest. In fact, there's not a single memorable performance, not even Liam Neeson. I mean, he's pretty much just playing the same character. Now, yes, people have said that Ryan Reynolds is playing the same character in every single movie, but hey, Ryan Reynolds to me, he still manages to have that charm in him. Liam Neeson, now look, I like him in past movies. Schindler's List is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I'll always love his performance in that. And I'll always enjoy his performance in The First Taken. He has made good action performances before, even Nonstop. I had some fun with, but right here, it's pretty much the same stuff that he's done in the past. And there isn't enough action either. And when the action is on screen, it's just very dull. This is a very dull movie with a story that's super forgettable and editing that just there are times where there's like these flash scenes that happen like in this type of thing that happen every like 2 seconds or so, trying to set more of a vibe to the movie, but it doesn't work in the slightest. And like I mentioned before, like the editing choices they have, despite the movie being less than 2 hours long, even less than an hour and 50 minutes, I was still completely bored, and the movie felt like it was just dragging on and on. Like, it tries to have you think throughout like what's going on throughout the film, but I just really didn't care. Like the writing too, it was just very dull and weak. I mean, I get it. Liam Neeson is supposed to be one of the most badass actors of all time, but we get it. Liam Neeson's a badass. Look at him do awesome stuff on screen. Look how cool he is. Look, sure, some stuff in the past that he did. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just I don't really want to bring up what happened with him. I mean, when Cold Pursuit came out, like it was met with a lot of criticism. I liked the movie, but it was due to the fact that Liam Neeson just he did some stupid stuff in the past. But hey, he's not like Kevin Spacey. Like he completely ruined his career and he's never making movies again. But Liam Neeson is still making movies, which I'm glad he's still making movies. But I just wish he could make better ones instead of mostly the same thing. All in all, Blacklight is a very dull, forgettable, poorly edited, poorly written action thriller that just relies too much on talkie and less on the action. And when the action is there, it is poorly edited and it's not stupid fun. Like this movie, I just couldn't find any enjoyment out of it. I'm sure some people would find some enjoyment out of it, but to me, I just don't know. I feel like Liam Neeson's career is dying. Just, I don't even know how to put it. I mean, I really hope this doesn't completely kill his career because really, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people seeing this. I almost was the only person seeing this movie, but there were two other people in the back. But I don't know. It's just, I could not find a single thing to like about this movie. I was yawning throughout, and I just wanted the movie to end. And yeah, that's basically it. I would not give this a recommendation whatsoever. It's amazing. I found a romantic comedy better than an action thriller with Liam Neeson that came out this weekend. That's amazing. I had more enjoyment. Hell, I was entertained with Marry Me. I felt like that movie was a lot more well paced. So yeah, I'm sure Death on the Nile will be pretty entertaining too. I heard it was. I heard it was flawed, but still entertaining. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have my review for Death on the Nile very soon, so look forward to that, and I'll see you guys later. Word out. Really